What's going on, YouTube and GudChannels.com? This is Travis P11, and today I'm going to bring you some of the items that I keep in my vehicle on a daily basis, whether it's for a bug out situation or whether it's for weather emergencies or just when I'm traveling. These are things that I keep in my vehicle pretty much all the time. And just for the record, you know, if you say, well, where's your tools? Where's your pocket tool? You should have that when you travel. That stuff is out in my vehicle in a separate area. But anyway, these are just some of the basic daily essential items. One of the main reasons why I do this is because, you know, what if I would get stuck on the highway? What if I would get stuck out in the middle of nowhere on a hunting trip or just any kind of travel in general? Where I live out in central Nebraska, you've got a town about every 20 miles, but if you get stranded on a road or get stuck someplace, are you going to get out and hike 20 miles in sub-zero weather? Because we get that where I live, unfortunately. I keep all my items in just a simple, I don't know what this is, a Sterilite box, and then I usually bungee cable the top down so the top doesn't pop off on it. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I have not opened this thing up for about a year, haven't had any reason to, so some of these items might need to be swapped out and replaced. Just for simplicity's sake, we're just going to go ahead and get the box out of the way so that way you can see all the items a lot more clearly. Alright, first things first, we've got an emergency rations bar. I've got enough food here to last me a couple days. 3,600 calorie bar. They're about, I don't know, $8 or $9 a piece on Amazon. Okay. Alright, second. Oh, this is going to get messy. Okay, we've got just a plastic bag to put items in. Okay, it's a basic essential. Got a nice funnel here for pouring oil and antifreeze in the vehicle. I always keep my headlights in my Jeep Cherokee XJ. I've got special bulbs that it takes. Well, not really special bulbs, but I've got a different kind of setup for my headlights so that this is just a replacement bulb I keep with me in case I'd ever have a headlight go out, because it's kind of a pain on that Cherokee to change them. It takes a little bit of time. Bunch of cables. Never know if you're going to have to strap something down or on top of your vehicle. I always keep a bottle of water, which I try to rotate out every couple months just because of BPAs or whatever reasons. I know it's healthier that way. Let's see, some nylon cord, some poly rope in case I'd have to haul something or pull something out. It's not exactly a towing rope. I do have a towing chain out in my vehicle that I keep because I do tow from time to time, so that's always nice to have. Quart of oil, because I run full synthetic in my vehicle, I like to have a quart of oil, although it doesn't burn any oil. It's good to have the right kind of oil that matches up with what's in the vehicle. Don't ever find myself having to change that out. In the wintertime, I've got this bag, and there's a fleece blanket and a package of hand warmers that I bought on clearance in like last spring. And again, if you get stranded and say the highway patrol can't get to you to a couple hours and your vehicle's not running, temperature's going to drop fast and you need to get someplace. AAA can't always get to you when you expect them to, okay, especially when you live out in the middle of nowhere. In here, I've got stocking cap, gloves, and an old orange hunting vest that I used to use for deer hunting. And that's great to put on that kind of a vest if you're changing a tire on the side of the road. Where I live, we've got one main high-speed interstate that runs through Nebraska, and so many people have been hit on that, changing a tire or working on their vehicle when it's on the side of the road. It's very dangerous, and the more visible you can make yourself, the better. Let's see, moving on. A bunch of spare bulbs. Just keep a bunch of extras. The nice thing about my Jeep is many of the bulbs are the same. These are just extra bulbs that I've either swapped out or purchased. So if I ever have a light out, I can fix it immediately. Good way to get yourself out of fix-it tickets if you ever get pulled over. Usually if you tell the officer, hey, I can change it right now, they just let you go. Duct tape. Got to have that. It's good to seal hoses that might break, or anytime you need to seal anything, you're good to go. Or strap anything down. Ball cap. Okay, you might find yourself on the side of the road and you need to keep the sun out of your eyes. It's nice to have. Even though we've got phones and we've got all these, you know, GPSs and so on. I'm a Nebraska resident, but I've got several different maps from places I've traveled. They're nice to have, man. You never know if your phone's going to go out or you're not going to have a GPS. I don't have any kind of GPS in my car. I kind of came from the generation where you just knew directions and you pay attention to maps, but these are also very useful to have in case you ever get taken off your regular route. Moving on, I got another headlight bulb, so that way I have two. Little window shades are nice to have. You can pop them up in the sides of your window and just stick them up there. Good for keeping the sun out if you'd have to be stranded on the side of the road. More bungee cords, another plastic bag. Oh yeah, I always have to have the obligatory, you know, tactical bracelet, you know, with your paracord and so on. These are nice to have. This actually came with a pocket knife that I bought, so I just kind of keep it around in case I need it. 50/50 Premix Antifreeze. You would be amazed How many people I have helped with this, with a bottle of Premix Antifreeze? You know, they got a leak in their tank, or they're low at, you know, these things happen at the worst time. Your oil light comes on, your low coolant light comes on. What's nice about this stuff is you can mix it with any kind of antifreeze in general in just about every vehicle. Now, I'm not a mechanic, but I'm sure it would work with most of your older vehicles. Let's see, what else do we have here? Just a little mini tool set in case I don't want to dig out the big tool set that I keep stored in my vehicle. This is nice to have. You can do most of your repairs with just something simple, some sockets and screwdrivers. Makes life much easier. Toilet paper. Okay, you're gonna say, well, really? Toilet paper? You can just stop in a bathroom. Sometimes you got people with you that can't hold it, all right? What do? You'd be surprised how valuable something like that is when the emergency pops up. Another bungee cable, more light bulbs. If I got any repeat items here, guys, I'm not going to show them off in the camera. A couple Cliff Bars and some rubber gloves in case I need to work on my vehicle, or if anybody would need any kind of medical assistance. I do have a separate first aid kit also in this little bundle, just so you know. Okay, Cliff Bars are just kind of good to snack on if you get stuck someplace. Keep a few spare lug nuts for my vehicle. I replaced mine out with some nice shiny ones, so these are some of the old ones. They're just good to have in case you would lose one, or you're changing them on the side of the road, or you pull a little a Christmas story and knock them out of your dad's hand while he's changing the tires, right? Very handy to have with you. Okay, all right, so anyway, I had to change the motors in the, one of the motors in my Jeep in the window, in the side mirror, and so these are nice because you can keep your windows wedged up with them, and I just threw them in my box because, well, if I ever have a window that would pop down or fall down, I could put it in there. And I was kind of in a situation where I had to drive around for a week or two before my motor showed up, before I could swap it out. Let's see, another bottle of water. I got this as a Christmas present from a buddy of mine. He's always giving me a hard time because I've always keep all kinds of necessary items on me and so on. This is one of those little, this is called Hunter in a Bottle. Okay, and you got a little bit of everything in there. You got a thermal blanket, some batteries, a flashlight, a compass, I don't know, like a little waterproof container, whistle, poncho. Never had to open it, but it's good to know if I ever get in a situation where I'm stuck somewhere, I've got it. Just some basic gloves, man. Just, if anything, keep a pair of these are just jersey knit gloves. Keep these in your vehicle in case you ever have to change a tire or work on your car, and you're in your work clothes. It's, again, I'm just trying to give you some ideas for stuff to keep in your daily box. And this just takes up very little room in my vehicle. Let's see, what else do we have here? Just some random screws. This is a battery terminal cleaner. Jeep Cherokee XJs, man, they are notorious for having battery terminals that just get corroded over time. And the main reason why is because there's not much of a seal under the hood that goes right onto the battery. And so this is very, very handy for cleaning off your terminals, especially if you're getting like a low charge indicator or you're starting to have problems. Okay, I got way too many plastic bags in here. Stuck on the side of the road, deck of cards. There you go. I don't know, these are from a casino. My old man gave them to me. Just, sit around playing cards with somebody if your vehicle's stranded, or you can toss your cards into your ball cap to keep you entertained until you get rescued. A little $1 poncho from Walmart. This is the Ozark Trail poncho. You never know if you're going to get caught on the side of the road. Storms and stuff going on, and you've got to take care of yourself. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, yeah. I've got a DVD of all the property. Now, this is from 2014, but everything I own in my house with the serial numbers is on this DVD. And you're going to say, well, that's crazy. Why would you do such a thing? If my house is ever broken into, if I'd ever have a fire, I'd want to prove what I own. It's all right there. It took me about a day to photograph everything in my house, not even a day, and get behind it and take pictures of all the serial numbers. Because, when stuff gets stolen, first place a thief is going to go is to a pawn shop to sell the items for the most part. And that seems a little overly paranoid, but it's nice to know what you own in case. I live in the middle of Tornado Alley, all right? You never know if there's going to be a tornado that's going to come through and destroy your house, or there's going to be flooding. Anyway, I've got a nice big, heavy-duty flashlight. I also keep a mini mag light, or just a small mag light in my glove box. This is nice to have. This really, if you need to light up your tire while you're changing it or get under your hood. I also have one of those little headlights out in my vehicle, too, that you can put on your head while you work on your vehicle. And last but not least, I've got a first aid kit. Now, it says that everything in here is expired in 2008, so I'm going to go through, toss all the medicine, buy a brand new one, and then I will just throw the reusable items in maybe a med kit for my hunting bag or a bug out bag, or just for my main first aid kit at home. All right, so that's it. That's basically everything that is in my box. It was kind of neat for me to go through it because I'm able to clean out some of those items that I can't use anymore or I don't want to use anymore. So as you can see, there's a lot of different things I have in the bag, and I've got to try to figure out how to get it all back in there. But anyway, hopefully I gave you some ideas today. All right, if you like my channel, please subscribe. It's Travis P11. I also have a gun channel called the Ordinary Average Guy Gun Channel over on gunchannels.com. I basically post the same videos there that you see for YouTube. Again, if you got some good ideas for things that I'm missing, please post in the comments below. Again, I've got extra tools in my vehicle and matches. I've got those in my console, and I always try to plan ahead for any kind of situation I might run into if I find myself stuck. So anyway, this is Travis P11. I hope you enjoyed the video. All right, be safe, have fun, and I'll talk to you soon.